Oh, we're live, we're live. I'm sorry I got distracted by a neighbor driving by. Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike from Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Paint Enhancement here in a mighty fine day in Sharpsburg, Georgia. Right then, all right then. All right, all you YouTubers and Facebookers and internet peoples. About waited till a little bit late in the day, but yeah, you know, we get long days this time of year. It's okay, it's okay. In here before you, you see my car, Sally, 98 Mustang GT. She's had to sit outside for probably a month or better while I was working on other people's cars. Been in the rain several times, including that burst we had the other night. Man, that was pretty awesome. Dadgum bugs. And I pulled her out there on purpose to let the rainwater wash some of the stuff off. And folks, with all this protection I have on this paint, man, just the rainwater flushed a lot of that stuff slap off the car. Dirt and contaminants just won't stick to this paint with that coating on there. I've got the 10-year TMR titanium heavy duty coating on it from DPC, and I tell you what, folks, it makes keeping your car clean. Somebody's watching. It makes keeping your car clean a lot easier. Like I said, I haven't laid a hand on this car in at least a month. That looks pretty good from back here, you know, but it's going to have some water spotting on it. I don't know if y'all can pick that stuff up on camera or not. It's kind of hard to see even in person, but those water spots are there, and that's one of my objectives today, is to get that off, because it's it's on the coating, not the paint. One advantage of having the coating, the wheels and tires are just a wee bit dirty. Let's get in there so maybe y'all can see that just a little bit. Not bad. I coated the wheels as well, folks. Hey, Miss Debbie, I coated the wheels with that titanium coating, just like what's on the car, and it just pushes the dirt right off, or most of it, especially when you wet it down. The glass has also been coated with a 3-year glass coating. Same deal. Those water spots that are on there, I can just wipe them off with my hand. I don't even have to wash them off. Same deal. Most of that's from washer fluid. When I went to the store the other day, it was sprinkling. Didn't really need them, but I'm not one of those people that drive down the road without my windshield washers on. That coating on the glass is awesome. One of your horizontal surfaces here, you can see the roof. I don't know if y'all are picking up on that, but a lot of spots on there, water spotting, dirty stuff, where the spotting occurred, and whatever contaminants were in the rainwater, it picks up contaminants as it falls through the atmosphere, and then sitting outside for a month, its contaminants fall into the water spots, and then when the water dries, it leaves that stuff behind. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a moment. But hey, considering she hasn't been touched in a month or better, folks, this ain't bad. That's what a ceramic or titanium or a graphene coating, and they got all kind of buzzwords for it these days, will do for you and your car. Oh man, oh man. And it still feels just as slick as the day I put it on. And this coating has been topped with TR8, which is an 8th month to a year titanium sealant, just to give me another level of added protection, so that when crap gets on the paint, it might bond or attach itself to that, but it will not work its way through to the coating, much less through that and the coating and down to the clear coat. Not very likely. But you can see that's how many wash mitts I think I'll use today on washing my car. It's hard, folks, to get by with just 1 or 2 wash mitts and wash your car properly without scratching it. If you only have 1, maybe 2, use 1 for the upper portion of the car and 1 for the lower portion. But after you finish a section, if you only have 1, you know, take it somewhere where you can lay it down and blast the dirt out of it, either with your garden hose sprayer or your pressure washer like I have. If you have one, the pressure washer does a little bit better, but I've done it both ways. But my method is I'll use it like this on a section, and then turn it up on this edge, leaves it on a section, move to another section, do the same thing, and then this one goes in a wash bucket and I grab a clean one. And if I need to go get 1 or 2 more mitts, that's okay. I got a whole container of them over here. There's probably another 15 in that container there. Shows you how many wash mitts I use sometimes. Oh boy. But when you get water spots on your car, if you don't have the protection that I do, maybe you just got a little bit of wax or something like that, which is not going to help a lot. But removing water spots is basically a 2-step operation. Yeah, I know they have all these water spot removers at all the local part stores and all that kind of stuff. You know what? And they're okay, but they don't work as good as the method I'm fixing to tell you about. It's been proven time and time again by various professional detailers on YouTube. Google it. You can watch them if you want to. But it's basically a 2-step operation. Well, really a 3-step. You're going to have to wash the vehicle, or at least that panel, like I'm fixing to strip wash my whole car. And I'm going to use, here's some of the products I'll be using today. I've got my Purple Power vehicle and boat wash. None of the locally available car shampoos will remove anything other than just simple surface road film. None of it. You need a high alkaline, high pH soap such as this. I order mine from Walmart, and I mix a little bit of it into my foam cannon along with just a tad of what they call a maintenance soap, which is all that stuff you buy around town is, although this is a better grade. And I put just a little bit of that in there just to improve the foaming of it, which helps it cling to the paint a little while. Just a little bit. The two combined, this is the canister for my foam cannon. That's all that's in there. The rest I will fill up with distilled water. Before I attach my foam cannon to my pressure washer, I'll foam the entire car, let it sit for a few minutes. I can let it sit a little longer right now because I'm not in the direct sunlight. If you're in direct sunlight, folks, do not let that stuff dry on your paint. And then I'll do a contact wash, dry it and all that stuff. But then the next step, step 2, in removing the water spots is you have to use a chemical to get the minerals off or out of the paint, the clear coat, whatever you want to call it. Don't pay any attention to this bottle. What I have here is a spray bottle, and it's got a mixture of Meguiar's Wheel Brightener mixed 4-to-1 with distilled water. And what I'll do is I'll spray a section that's heavy in water spots and then wipe that off with a microfiber towel, and that will remove the chemicals that are present in the water spot. Now, it won't be as big a problem on my car, but if you don't have all this protection, that's the first step. You've got to remove the chemical etching. And that's how that has been proven time and time again to be the best way to do that. Now, once you've removed that, sometimes if that spot has etched or stained your clear coat, then it's going to require a little bit of light polishing. Nothing fancy. Any old, I would say, a dual action polisher with a very soft pad. Hey, Jason, a soft pad. I use a black Lake Country finishing pad and just a very light polish will remove that. And then you can paint prep it and go back and put whatever protection you would like on here. Now, I may not have to on this car, but if you have a ceramic coating, one of those coatings on your car, if you polish it too much, you're going to polish the coating off and you'll have to recoat it many times. Not all the time, but most of the time, or a lot of the times, I should say. But this TMR, that's not very likely. You do not have to worry about using any chemical, for the most part, that will remove these ceramic coatings. It's just not going to happen. If you need to remove it in order to redo it or put a better one on, whatever reason you have, you're most likely going to have to buff it off. That's how tenacious these modern day coatings are, folks. And you can see what it does to the ease of maintenance. Like I said, my car, I haven't laid a hand on it in over a month, and it still looks pretty darn good. I mean, when you get out in direct sunlight, you can see the stuff that's a little harder to see right now because it's in the shade. But you know, just the other day I was at the store and a guy said, "Man, that's a clean car." I said, "No, that car is filthy." Filthy to me as a detailer, but to the everyday person, he thought it was really clean. And you know, and from, we were standing, I don't know, 10 foot back. You back up, it does look clean. But trust me, it's not. And I want to get all this water spotting and film off of here because I want it to stay protected. And I'll probably follow up, like I said earlier, in the most part with some of that titanium sealant, which I think is what I put on your truck, Jason. I'm not sure, I can't remember. It's really good stuff. Or maybe even a tea-based quick detailer. Who knows? But boy, I got all this stuff lined up, got the stuff lined up to do my wheels and tires, except for my little rolling seat. Haven't put my chalk blocks under the wheels and tires yet. Haven't plugged my this in yet, Jason. My power washer, but I'll plug that in here shortly. Jason, I wanted to show you a new little gadget I got. It's this thing here. You know, when you buy a pressure washer and you get the wand with it, they usually give you 4 or 5 different tips that are varying strengths and, you know, the width of the span down to, you know, when it's a direct one. But this little gadget here is basically the same thing. But, you know, to change it around, all you have to do is turn this and you got all the different settings. It's a lot easier putting this on and not having to carry all those little tips around with you and worry about losing them and all that stuff, which I have done. I've had that for about, I guess, about a year, and it's gotten heavy use. But, you know, it may give up the good. I don't think it was $15, something like that. Pretty cheap. I've got my no acid wheel cleaner over there for doing my wheels because they're not going to be really dirty. And it's a lot cheaper than the acid-based, like wheel brightener or something like that. And I got all my brushes and stuff over there just in case. Oh boy. But like I say, I'm gonna get started, you guys, and I might come back tomorrow and update y'all on Operation Cleanup and Water Spot Removal. I need a car that doesn't have any kind of coating and protection on there to really demonstrate that, or maybe dig my test panel out of the shed back there, because it sat outside for a very long time, so I'm sure it's got some pretty bad water spotting on it. Water spots can be frustrating and aggravating to remove, but if you'll follow the methods that I just told you, you'll see that it's much easier. Like I said, video after video after video of the high profile, highly knowledgeable detailers that I watch, the 4-to-1 wheel brightener does the trick. Sometimes just that alone will do the trick if they haven't been on there long and your vehicle hasn't sat outside a lot. That's the only step you need. But I would always follow that up with a little bit of rinseless wash or waterless wash or something like that to neutralize that wheel brightener, because it's pretty acidic. And I don't suggest using it on glass or plastic or vinyl. Some of the products say that it's okay, but trust me, don't do it. That's why normally I spray it onto a microfiber towel or applicator and then wipe the paint down with it. You know, I'll wet it down pretty good, and then I'll go back and mop it up with another microfiber towel, and then maybe later clean it up and neutralize it with a little bit of ONR or McKee's Rinseless Wash 37, whichever suits the situation. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, folks, I appreciate y'all dropping by. Hope everybody had a good holiday and enjoyed it. All that cooking out and beer and all that stuff. Family, friends. I hope it was a good one for you. And we never forget what this is all about. Hey, Mr. Eddie, you got here just in time to hear me sign off, Mr. Turner. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Good to know you're still around, Mr. Eddie. For y'all who don't know, Eddie was one of my compadres, fellows in arms in law enforcement for many, many years. A true gentleman in every sense. A true gentleman. Alright, folks. Unlike myself. Alright, folks. I'm going to get started on this bad boy. Maybe I'll do another video at different parts to show y'all what's going on. Catch you back up. Thanks for watching. Goodbye now.